It was a big deal just when you're trying to get over the hump and, create a presence in the game. Easy shots, letting them get to the free throw line too. On top of that, they always say like styles make fights, and from OKC to Cleveland, that's a big difference in the way that they approach the game, and their game plan won. So, good learning lesson for us. Understanding the details of how you need to beat certain teams, making those adjustments. We just didn't do it.
What do you think the spark that Trace and Pajemski gave you coming back from San Francisco?
They bring great energy. They approach the game the right way. That's why we love having them around. And you can throw them in there, and they look like they belong. So it's nice to see them play with confidence, play with energy, give us a huge bump. And I'm sure they're only going to get more confident as they go. And, staying ready is a hard thing in the league for guys like them. You don't know if you're going to play 30 seconds, a minute, or 8 minutes, or not play, like all in between. You got to just stay locked in mentally, and that's the challenge for them, and they're doing a great job.
What do you mean by the way they approach the game, the difference between OKC and Cleveland?
I mean, their lineup, they have two bigs that try to control the paint, put pressure on you, offensive rebounds. Make your rotations on defense a little different. OKC was obviously mostly 5-out, Chet out there, and trying to just keep everything in front of you. Tonight, the physicality of the game, but also just the kind of minor nuances of how they try to create shots. Obviously, Donovan's going to be, and Darius are, pretty ball dominant. They try to create, but they put so much pressure on you, even if they're not, getting crazy lobs all the time. The threat of it is there, and then you're worried about both. So it's, like I said, it's just a good lesson for us defensively on understanding how you can slow them down, especially on the road.
Steph, when I saw you last at your underrated build tour, you told me it's always a special feeling coming back, obviously in Akron because it's your hometown, but does the feeling ever get old of coming here and playing in Cleveland?
I mean, I love it just for all the reasons. The history we have here in this building and the connection to Akron, and even coming to Firestone this summer and the whole deal. So just adding to it, but definitely I wouldn't say it's something you look forward to, but it's like one of those kind of nostalgic vibes that you get, and you appreciate the energy here.
I think it's a second straight game where Draymond's had multiple three-pointers. What does it do for the offense when he is scoring like that?
It's just him being aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in the shot. He's always had it. It's just a matter of him taking them, and it gives us such good life because they have to take away stuff, or they try to take away stuff that are kind of our pet plays. And when he's able to space, knock down shots, it just gives us a huge boost. Gets him involved in the game offensively early and often. And I'm sure it's going to continue.
You guys are going to see James Wiseman again tomorrow night in Detroit. What are just your thoughts on that and the situation he finds himself in with the Pistons?
I haven't talked to him, so I don't know where his head's at, but he's a great dude. Was a great teammate when he was with us. I'm going to look forward to, crossing paths with him, talking to him, showing him love. I know he's not playing much, but it's the challenge of, that he's facing in terms of, understanding how he can continue to get better and, force them to play him. Like that's the challenge. So knowing him, and when I'm talking to him, I know he'll have extreme confidence in himself to figure it out, even if it's not on the timeline that he wants right now.
The circumstances with him were what they were, but do you look back on that and not like necessarily what if, but kind of just wish it had gone a little differently? Obviously, his path could have been a little smoother with you guys.
I mean, you could say that about a lot of situations with teammates that, whether it was with us or when they went somewhere else, you wish that, things happen quicker or sooner or better outcomes, but his story is still developing. Like, nobody's putting a pin in that right now. It's he's a young dude, super talented. He works hard. I'm confident he'll be able to figure it out. Just a matter of when. And that's really all you can focus on. It's not really looking back at how it went with us or whatnot. It's just knowing he has the mental fortitude, I think, and the work ethic to figure it out.
How does Jerry look to you right now compared to last season?
It helps coming into training camp. I think he's healthier than he was coming off the procedure he had last year and the rehab stint that he went through. And then you just understand we know him so well. He knows our system and his role and how he can impact the game on both ends. And so when you can start out a season like that, just mentally, it's helpful for just the clarity of what he's supposed to do out there. But I think he looks great, and he's been putting the time in off the court to prepare his body, which is not a lot of people see what he goes through to do that, and it's impressive.
Great.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Spence.
Spencer Davies, Cavs Insider. Darius, first off, how does it feel to be just back on the court the last, couple games?
I feel good to be back out there with the guys. It's my second game back, so I'm happy to be back.
When you're out there getting downhill the way you are, how do you feel like that's opening stuff up for your teammates?
It's a lot of tension on me and Donovan, so anytime I get downhill, just to be aggressive, and it opens up for everybody, really. All the defense just collapsing, so Max get open shots, George get open shots, Dean get open shots, so I just have to be in that aggressive mind state and to try to get those guys open shots as many as I can.
You were going to your right and your left. In what ways did you find advantages tonight in that department and just kind of mixing it up?
Just seeing different reads. Usually defense try to send me and Don left. So just to recheck and go right a couple times, it just opens up everything else for everybody. So just try to play the game within the game.
And then last one for me. What did you think about your bigs tonight? They were all over the glass.
Yeah, it was good to see. Warriors were kind of small down there, so it was good to see our big guys just getting involved, getting a lot of loose balls, getting a lot of second chance points, and they're starting to get that big-to-big action going a little bit more. I know it's like our second game with everybody playing together, but they definitely was showing a little bit of the big-to-big action on the lob in the fourth quarter. And yeah, it was good to see them just being active and all over the glass for sure.
Ethan.
Ethan saying Cleveland.com. Speaking of the bigs, Jared Allen and you coming back on the same day kind of creates the perfect starting five that you guys been wanting. How does it feel to be out with those guys again?
It's good. Having J.A. back, it helps us a lot defensively, of course, but even offensively, just him just being in the right spots, him just being in the pocket, and then just having another lob threat. So, it helps us a lot. I'm happy he's back. Hope everybody else is too.
Seeing as though he's kind of paired with Evan, letting Evan be more aggressive offensively and have kind of like a security blanket is what JB said. How would you describe J.A. as like the protector of the group?
Yeah, J.A., he's our guy. He's our anchor, especially for that defensive side of the ball. He sees everything, so he's always talking. He's always trying to help us on the defensive end. So, it's just him, just his voice just helps us a lot. So, just super glad that he's back out there.
Logan Buchanan, WZIP Akron. Donovan mentioned your guys' relationship on the court. How would you say your game has kind of evolved working with him?
Everything, a lot of things have opened up with him on the floor. Just having that dynamic duo, as you call it. I mean, it's just a threat for everybody. I mean, it just opens up a lot of things for a lot of people, just not ourselves, but the rest of the team. So, I mean, just having that aggressive mindset for both of us and just to stay in it for all 48 minutes, I mean, I think that we can get a lot of open shots for a lot of people on this team. And I think that's just how we just get the chain moving.
I'm Dan Morrow, right down Euclid. Darius, it was pretty clear from the opening tip you were being aggressive and really putting pressure on Golden State's defense. Was that a point of emphasis for you, just to kind of set that tone for you and your team tonight?
It really wasn't. But, I mean, it was just giving me a lot of open lanes. So, I mean, I got the first 2 open threes that I missed. And after that, I just have to get downhill a little bit and try to create for others. And, they weren't giving up the lob as much, so I was just getting easy layups, and after that I started getting to the free throw line, and that just opened up everything else. So it's just the attack mindset, really.
And with this starting 5, with you, Don, Max, Evan, and J.A., are you noticing just like you had mentioned, like you're pretty open for 3, leaving you open. Like, have you just noticed, like, playing with these guys, like, I'm a lot more open than I have been in the past?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot more spacing on the floor. So a lot of people can't help as much with Max and me and Don on the same side. And they have to protect the rim with 2 7-footers down there. So a lot of things open up. And, I mean, it's just tip our hat off to everybody just staying aggressive and being ready to play. Because we have so many weapons. We had a lot of guys that can do a lot of things that can help us win. So, like I said, if we just stay in that attack mindset for everybody down the line, open shots just comes with it, I believe. So, yeah.
Last one. When Golden State being such an offensive-minded team, defense obviously won you guys this game. What was, and you obviously being guarding Steph Curry, being the main guy for that, what was that task like for you?
It's a task. It's tough. I mean, it's just, he's always moving all the time. He's great with the ball in his hand as well. So, I mean, you really have to pick your poison. Either let Draymond and Kevon Looney get off or have Steph, Clay, and Wiz get off. So just try to limit them as much as we can. Steph still ended up with 28, but we got the win, so that's all we care about. We got the win, so it's A, in my opinion.
Thanks, Steve.